what we're going to do in this video is just go over how to edit the images and the text and make some minor changes on the site. So it's really simple. We're going to get into Score Online, go into Edit Site, and once we're here, we're going to just go in and click on the text field. And what we're going to do is click on it until it's selected. And we can edit it like a text box. Now what this is doing is, you'll see in this left bar, we have our page navigator, of course, where we can switch between pages. And we have our section navigator that tells us what sections are on the site, or on the page. And so what we can do is click on main banner, and scroll down or go into the content, and then click on the headline. We can do that, but I find it's easier if something's already there. You can just click on it until it goes into the correct layer that you want to edit. So that makes it simpler. And once we're in here, we can just type away into whatever we want, put whatever we want, copy paste, of course. So then we have our style options. We have our headline, title, and paragraph, and this is controlled in the theme design settings, which is a little bit more complicated, but we shouldn't need to change anything in there. And you can change the color of selected text, so if you select that, you could change it to be a different color. You can make it italicized. You can, let me see what this one is. I never use this button. I think it's remove formatting, something like that, but you can add a link and you can make the whole field all caps if you like. So those are kind of the options. The options for paragraph text is slightly different, but mostly the same. We just click till we get there. We can edit, select, copy, paste, etc. And then we have a couple different options. We have different options in the style. Basically the headline options just removed. And then we still have our italicize. We have bold now. We have link still. Remove formatting. And then we add the options, especially of bullet list and number list. Now that can be very useful for certain things. And again, that's only in really the paragraph areas. So that basically covers the text. Now with the buttons, we do the same thing. We'll click on it until we get where we want to, and then we can edit the text. It's like a text editor here now. And then we can also find our button over in this area to change where it links to. We can tell it to just remove the link, or we can edit the link and change where it links to. We can change between filled and outline and style. We can adjust the size, and we can adjust as well the colors. So that's how to manage the buttons. And then lastly is the images. There's a number of options, but I think the only options that we really need to cover here are, of course, upload. Well, I'll cover all the options. So we can replace, and then if there's no image set, it'll say add image, and it pulls up this same view. It pulls up all the images I've uploaded. Now it may not show this for you, but you can just go in and find the photo that you want, and you can upload it into your area. So then you just select it and you click done, and then it'll put it in there. And then we have a few editing options, and they're different for different types of images. But what we can do here is adjust our zoom and our roll. Now we don't need to do that. And then once we rotate it, now we can also rotate it 90 degrees at a time and revert it to the original. We'll save that, and I'll go show you a different type of image block. Those are featured items. I just have to find one real quick. Boop, boop, boop. I believe I have one on the services page. Yes, I do. So there's also this is a button block, but you see how there's multiple images in the same block, and then there's multiple groups. So what we can do is go into the image, and we can click on it, and then we can edit, and some of these options, when we see them, will sync between them. So for instance, this option, when we change to medium size, it syncs between the images. So that syncs between them, but the zoom and the roll does not, but that size option does. So sometimes they're a little bit different, but just play around with them and you'll get the hang of it. The more time you spend in here, the easier it gets. And of course, reach out with any questions, and I'm happy to help.